Stinky, stinky fur face.
Sup, y'all? Stinky Fireface. So, one of the games in the 90s that I absolutely played the heck out of was Star Wars Rogue Squadron on the N64. Now, with this thing, it was one of the most frustrating games, but also it captured what it felt like to be behind the wheel or joystick of an X-Wing. And back in the 90s, this was the closest thing to feeling like you were flying in Star Wars. Now, I have been trying so hard to find a way to play this successfully on the computer. I tried emulation and it just sucks on emulation. So I found the game on Steam. I bought the game on Steam, but I can't bind the controls to a controller. And it doesn't work on the Steam Deck gamepad itself any better. It works just the same as if I'm trying a controller. So the closest thing I could find was using a keyboard and mouse, and it plays better just using a keyboard, which is totally weird because you're piloting a ship. You think you would have to use at least a mouse, but it works better with just a keyboard. I'm running into an issue with the camera where it won't follow the ship anymore, where I'm just flying around without the use of having the camera right behind me, so it makes it almost unplayable. But I'm going to do the best I can because this is the closest thing I could find to getting the game to actually work. So I'm playing it through Steam. I bought it on the Steam store, so let's see how we're gonna make this work. Alright, we got the main screen loaded up. Back in the 90s, LucasArts knew what they were doing with video games. And this was so cool, like coming off the coattails, playing like Sonic the Hedgehog, to all of a sudden playing something that looks like this. Huge. Oh my god. It was so cool. Alright, so the main menu looks completely different than on the N64. Alright, so I'm gonna play on the keyboard. I'm gonna try easy one, ambush and Mos Eisley.
Take an early morning run over Mos Eisley with Wedge Antilles, but keep your eyes open for any suspicious activity.
And then you add ships that you can use. Now, X-Wing. Duh. Now, this right here, the Naboo Starfighter, was, like, they made this game years ahead of Phantom Menace. And they put in a cheat code that they did not release until, like, significantly later, where, like, the game had already been out for a long time. And this cheat code was already built in. So that means that they designed this game, shipped out the cartridges, and had the Naboo Starfighter already on the cartridge before they were even close to the Phantom Menace being released. So like that was a cool little thing that they added in. Now the V-Wing, this was never in the movies. This thing is a beast, but you gotta unlock it. We got the Y-Wing, that's the bomber. Alright, the Millennium Falcon. You have to type in a code to unlock that. There's a speeder. There's also a code to ride. It looked like the Blues Brothers car. Excuse me. There's an A-Wing. And back to the X-Wing. So, let's take out the X-Wing. Now, I am going to do my best, and I'm playing completely on a keyboard where I'm using the directional buttons to fly and the spacebar to shoot. Those are the only buttons I'm going to use because some of the other buttons, more than one of the other buttons, is to change your camera. I'm going to skip that. So I'm just using directional buttons and spacebar.
Good morning, Wedge. The rest of Rogue Squadron is still back at base, but I thought we could take an early morning run through Beggar's Canyon. Luke, I think we've got a problem. Is that my imagination, or are those Imperial probe droids dead ahead? They're attacking the homestead.
inverted. And it's not what I'm used to. Oh, do you see like the little people on the ground running around? It's so awesome. Alright, the camera is already doing this thing. It's floating away. Don't know why my ship is going so far away. Yeah, I have no idea why I'm floating away. Alright, there we go. The little details of that speeder right down there, that was so cool. And I think there's one more. I can't see it. There we go. Whoa! Jesus, that was good. The force got me to it. Alright. There's a Sarlacc pit. I think the Sarlacc pit is right here. Yep, that's supposed to be the Sarlacc pit. So that's N64 graphics Sarlacc pit. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the camera, why it's doing this. It did not look like this back in the day. Like, the camera stayed with you. And, I don't know. I mean, it looks cinematic. So there's that. God, I can't see what's up. Oh, this ain't convenient at all. Let me try to... Oh, come on. Why is it doing this? Alright, I'm gonna make it work. I can't see anything. Hey, alright.
Moss Isley is under attack. We need to assist.
Alright, so we have to assist. Alright, hey, it's behind me. So that's good. The Sandcrawler is really cool. And then, like, up there to the left, you see the Tusken Raiders with the Banthas. Alright, here we go.
Maintain visual scanning.
Keyboard and mouse sucks.
We did it! We saved Moss Isley! Nice work, Rogue Squadron. We might make a name for ourselves after all.
So, that was extremely painful to play with a keyboard and mouse. Oh man, so it was fluid and easy to play on the N64. That was so painful to play on a keyboard and mouse, and that is in its most playable state. So every mission, you were judged on how fast you did it, how many people you killed, your accuracy, and you would get anywhere from bronze to gold. Now, and then every time you got a medal, it ranked you up. Like, at the bottom it says trainee, and then it goes up like to lieutenant, corporal, whatever. So I got gold on absolutely every mission, and the highest rank is Supreme Allied Commander. It was one of the gaming achievements of my life to get Supreme Allied Commander. and I was, there we go, let me turn it off. So yeah, to get Supreme Allied Commander by getting gold on absolutely every level was one of the gaming achievements of my life. It was right up there with getting 120 stars on Mario 64. Absolutely, I flipped out when I got that last gold. And it was on the last level where you have to pilot a V-Wing, and they took the flying mission from one of the extended universe comics where Luke turned to the dark side, and God, what was it? I think it was Heir to the Empire. Now that, yeah, Heir to the Empire was a completely different thing. There was one where Luke turned to the dark side, and then there was Heir to the Empire. So they took a Heir to the Empire mission, put it in the game, and you have to fly a V-Wing and destroy these world eaters or something. The hardest mission on the face of the planet. As far as a flying simulator. Yeah, and I remember the day I got that, I flipped out. All right, so that is Rogue Squadron to the best that I'm able to show you guys, and I played the heck out of that game. One of the best Star Wars games ever. I hope that it got you a good sense on what the game is. I'm so sorry that I couldn't show you a better quality one, but I did want to share that that was one of the games that shaped me in the 90s as far as being a gamer. This has been Sneaky Farface. I hope you had fun. Drop some deuces. See you in the next video.